Gross. You feel like you're running on empty? Matrix Reformed offers fully virtual testosterone therapy designed to bring you energy, focus, and strength. No hidden fees, labs included, and one simple monthly price. Hit the link in the show notes and start feeling like yourself again with Matrix Reformed.
Still
Check,
good?
check, check. Most shirts look good till the work starts. BKR Ranchwear is built different. Tough cotton twill. You rip it, they replace it. If you live it, not just talk it, wear BKR. Links in the show notes.
Yeah.
Sledge Distillery out in Toller, Texas hooked us up with some bottles, and I'll tell you this, it ain't sitting on the shelf long. Good whiskey done right. If you're near Toller, go see them. Tell them BKR sent you. That butter pecan is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's stuff.
Where's it
Oh, is it now?
Where is it at?
You've been holding out on me, hadn't you?
I haven't opened it. We just had that tasting.
Oh,
Yeah, that stuff's good.
I just brought one in here. The rest of them are in that fridge. I just brought the one because, I mean, I guess we could line 3 or 6 of them up there, but just
no,
one
because
at a
Billy will
time.
be in here every morning.
Well, last week I brought the moonshine. That stuff's pretty good too. Actually, that stuff's amazing. So we had our first ranch course show last weekend. What'd y'all think about that?
I thought it went great.
I thought it was
Absolutely
awesome.
phenomenal.
Good people, had fun.
Good turnout.
Yeah. We ended up having, I don't know, 70 entries or so. And it was real good.
Yes, it was.
You know, when you got people like that, it's going so well, it doesn't even feel like you're working. It's just,
Yeah, and it, you know, you looked up, I looked up and we've been out there for
yeah. I
8
didn't-
hours.
Yeah.
If only I would have listened to Brandon when he suggested we do that before the roping.
That could have been our second. Hey, so I think this morning I said that I was going to send a text, or we talked about a vote to see if we wanted to. I think I'd prefer to do one more fun day, just to see if we can iron out some kinks, maybe speed it up a little bit, get a little tighter with some form of rules, and then the month after that start the Buckle Series. What do you think?
That sounds good to me. I mean, I'm on board for whatever. I don't, as far as speeding it up goes, I don't know how we're going to be able to manage that. I mean, we tried to manage, we managed our time, but shoot, I mean, that's a lot of runs. And
Put a shorter time limit.
Did anyone hit the 5 minutes?
very few, very few.
Was it like
Most
kids?
people were running the course in 3 minutes and 36 seconds ish. So
So
there were very few that hit the 5 minute time limit.
what we need to think about, and I know you've done this a lot, but like if you think about how many walk sections are there or were there?
In the youth, there was quite a bit. In the novice, a little bit, probably twice that much. And then in the amateur and the open, there was not that much, just one little thing.
If you took the youth and the novice and gave them one walk section, you think that's manageable for them?
I think so.
And then what do you save per rider? 5 seconds?
Yeah, that's 5 seconds.
Yeah, like if you switch from a walk to a trot, how much time do you save per entry?
That's hard to say. It really depends on the rider's skill and the horse's
obstacle.
movement. But I mean, I'm sure that we can do some different stuff. But
Even on like the more advanced classes, if you just shorten their time limit a little more.
I just think if there's 40 entries and you take, 15, 20 seconds from each of them by adding in a trot instead of a walk, that saves quite a bit of time.
True. And I also think that a lot of the folks here that didn't think there was going to be that many entries,
Yeah.
so they made
Yeah.
double plans, and then we ended up having 8 hours worth of stuff, which is great. I mean, you go to some of these things, they're 2-3 days long. I mean, you show up at Friday morning and you don't get done till Sunday afternoon. But we're not trying to do anything on that grand of a scale, but I mean, we double our contestants next time or somewhere in the future and figure it out.
We've already got 8 or 10 entries, and we're almost a month out.
Oh, that's awesome. Really good.
I forgot to mention that we lost our judge the morning of. That was a big,
Yeah,
Big
shout
issue.
out to Jim Hardy.
yeah, he did a great job.
Pulling our ass out of a cramp on that one. As a matter of fact, we probably need to get him booked.
So the day on Saturday, I did say, hey, if you're interested, we'd love to have you, and he said yes, and that we just need to do probably an official call him, and I'd like to have him come out here, sit down, and actually talk about, okay, let's move forward with whatever set of rules or rule book that we're going to use and iron out, because he didn't have a chance to weigh in on anything. He just rolled up, got his mom to bring him a clipboard, and had at it.
Yeah, he said he'd be more than happy to do that, to get with me and you and figure out some ways to do things a little different. But I thought all in all, I mean, it was a phenomenal weekend, phenomenal day. It kind of put the spark back in things for a little bit for all of us, I think, really, to be honest with you.
And it looks like we are going to move forward with the clinic the night before, and then probably just offer dry camping and a temp panel turnout, stall for the night or something like that.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Cool.
Would it be, sorry,
No, go ahead.
would it be wrong if he was here for the clinic too?
Jim? I don't know.
No.
I don't think so.
I mean,
You
he
get
could
a
help
judge's
people.
perspective on what he's looking for.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll have a problem with that, because it's always nice to know, well, what are the judges really looking at? What are they looking
That's
for?
what I was thinking.
How are they judging this? And that way you can get an idea on, what you need to do, because you know exactly what the judge is looking at over each obstacle. So that would be a great little follow-up to have Jim out here as well. So I think that's great.
If you had the chance to change anything about Saturday, would you change anything?
I don't think so. I mean, I really think things went great. I mean, considering as many contestants as we had, and the weather worked out really good, and everybody here at the Black Knuckle family was on point. I don't really think we could change much of anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Really.
If I had to choose something, I'd have a pocket full of 6-inch lag bolts for those cannons.
Yeah, we'd need,
Yeah, the wind
that's
could
gonna
have
be
knocked
a
down about 7 mile an hour. But
definite.
hey, later on in the afternoon, that wind was the only thing that was saving me and Lisa and Jim's ass on that truck, because it got warm.
But I don't think being on this White Rock was
Yeah, I'm
any
not going to
good
be
either.
sitting up there next time. That was pretty.
We got
pretty
too
hot.
much nice grass out there.
But we might need 10-inch lag bolts if we're going to run them down into dirt, just so they catch, because this caliche is like concrete.
You'll hit 4 inches before you catch a rock.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had the trail twats in here,
Boy, howdy.
and y'all hung out a lot.
We did.
Are you an honorary?
I don't think I'm an honorary.
I think you might be, not an OG, but you might be something.
No, but those girls are a hoot. They're a lot of fun. I mean, it was good to have them out here and good to meet them. And I see big things in both of our futures on that. But yeah, those girls are a hoot for sure.
Yeah, I don't
Enjoyed that.
think we're done with them. I think they're talking about June coming back out here, and I have no reason to believe that they're not women of their word. And
This is true.
I don't know if it's breaking news or not, but I may or may not have given some equipment and podcasting advice to Andy last night and this morning, so they might be pumping something out soon.
Oh boy,
Gonna have to fly you to Florida.
be fine. They've already booked me to play music for their
Twatchella,
Twatchilla.
is that in Florida?
Yes, but I don't even know what date that is.
Well, they just had it like within the last
next
2 weeks.
weekend.
Good, so it'll be next year then.
Yeah.
Way next year.
April 15th. Lonnie
April
will be there
15th.
too.
That's like tax day, is it not?
Yes,
Sure
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake,
Yeah.
how's it go?
Good.
For those of you who don't know, Jake almost got blown away by a tornado.
Yeah,
That's nice.
twice.
Yeah. But still standing.
It's time to get the hell out of Dodge when you get 2 tornadoes going through your town in the
Yes.
same week, but
What I said, I could do without Springtown.
Just don't bring them with you.
Try not to.
Hey, did I see a horse laid down out there?
Mhm.
What happened?
Fred got tired. No, not Fred. Oklahoma got tired. He decided to lay down.
That's it?
No, he actually got. He's got a little mouthy. He likes to turn around and mouth and lick on his saddle and all that stuff. And he got his, actually bit the stirrup and got the stirrup hung in his mouth and couldn't get it out. So, and then kind of pulled back on his rope a little bit. And I seen it something going on. So I stopped with the colt that I was working and went over there, and he couldn't. It fit right up over his snout, and he couldn't get it out. So he was kind of freaking out. Well, I went ahead and pulled his lead, gave him some release, but he had already went down on one knee.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen the opportunity to go ahead and lay him on down. So I laid him on down. I mean, and told Austin to come out there and spend some time with him there on the ground. You know, it changes their whole psychological outlook on life. So, you know, not that he is a bronc, you know, or anything, but, you know, it's always good to lay them down. And if you have the opportunity to go ahead and lay them down in a stress-free environment, lay them down. It's not a punishment, you know, it's psychological. So I just took the opportunity to go ahead and lay him down right there, right where he stood.
I was walking back out to the office, and I thought, man, that's big on the ground. Must be a horse. And I kept looking, and I was like, no, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
We just took the opportunity, went ahead and laid him down, and you know, psychological stuff, warfare, for sure.
So, go ahead.
I was fixing to say, boy, all you guys do we all need to go get the cattle prod?
Yeah, when me and Billy are sleepy, this is a problem.
Yes, it is.
I'm dragging ass over here, and you guys are falling asleep too.
For those of you guys that don't know, it was 91 degrees in Texas yesterday, and it is 58 today, and cloudy and drizzly and rainy and one of those either baby making weather or nap taking weather. I'm past the baby making, so guess what I'm trying to do?
I drove down this side of the property yesterday evening, and it was hot and muggy, and I was sweating. It wasn't 3 minutes. I came back up by the barn, and I parked, and I was just sitting there watching the horses and cows. 3 minutes, and it probably dropped 20 degrees, and I was like, shit, it's almost cold out here now. That's when all the clouds were doing cloud stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It was like 91 yesterday afternoon, and the heat index was 101. And then you wake up the next morning, and don't get out of the 50s, and it's drizzly rain, and it's wet, and it's cold, and it's good nap weather. So wake up, boys.
I'm up.
So I've been doing all kinds of research and learning everything I can about fabrics, cloths, apparel, sewing, all that crap coming out with the BKR Ranchwear. And part of that process, which, by the way, I don't know that I've ever been a part of anything that is pre-launch and is receiving a response the way that this is.
Wow.
I've got people that are messaging, hey, where can I buy it? You can't, join the text list, because when we release it, I don't know how long it'll, it's a limited run. I don't know how long it'll be available before we're out of stock. We're talking about placing a second order to have more on hand, shortly after we do launch, because I think it's going to go nuts talking about other fabrics, doing a lighter weight. I've got polyester samples and nylon samples and colors and all that stuff. Well, part of all that, having a website built, which is almost done, but we're waiting on some images, and I have an image guy that I use for just about everything.
Right.
Well, he ain't no cowboy, old son. And he's getting me, I asked him kind of vaguely, because I'm not an artistic brain like that. I'm a big picture guy, and I don't have the specifics to say I want this very specific person in this scene, like do it just like this. So I said, I need cowboys wearing these shirts, and which, by the way, some of the stuff is going to be on the website will be like fake graphic design type pictures, but the product pictures will be the actual product, because I don't want people will freak out over the smallest little difference. If it's like an AI image of a shirt and the logo is a quarter inch taller in the real thing than it is, man, they have problems with that. So Anyway, so he's designing these pictures, and I get back one set, and usually I'm just like, that looks great, you misspelled this or whatever, but perfect otherwise. We're on round 4 or 5, and it's like, here's your set of 10 cowboy pictures wearing BKR gear, and I'm having to say things like, can you completely remove the second guy in the picture that's just holding the nails. Like there's one guy hammering and another guy that's just holding nails for him. I'm like, what is this? This ain't no cowboy shit.
You don't work here no more.
Or we don't need 4 people carrying 1 bale of hay. What is this? You know, just give me the one guy and stuff like that. He's
Wow.
sending me pictures where it was actually 3. There's a guy on the trailer and then there's 2 guys carrying a square bale. And I'm like, that's not
That's
how
not
how
cowboy.
it's-
Maybe
not
we got
how
a
it
heavy
works.
ass
Well, you know, Walmart uses their own employees for their pictures and stuff.
like the cashiers.
Yeah.
Well, I use Lonnie for some stuff.
I thought I seen a picture of you at the one in Granbury the
Yeah.
other day that
Saying
was
hi,
like the
welcome to
greeters
Walmart.
wall. Are you? Do you
I'm a greeter.
moonlight as a
No
Walmart greeter?
way.
Come on, Dwayne.
What do they use their employees for?
For all their ads and the
Not
papers
running
and
cash
stuff.
registers.
You mean like like photos of them?
Hmm. With their clothes on.
But they don't
Hopefully
send,
with the clothes on.
What are you looking
in
at?
the
Not
Walmart
Playboy.
corner or what?
No.
You said with
in the
their
news,
clothes
I
on.
didn't know Walmart.
The
had
women
one.
of
in their
Walmart?
ads,
That was a
all
given.
all those people, they're their employees.
I see. I thought you meant that they were like submitting designs.
No,
employees
they're
were-
taking pictures of the.
Well, I plan on doing that too, especially for social media and stuff. It's just we need it done now, and you know, the way that this is panning out, we can't just have iPhone pictures. Like we would need to get an actual photographer out here and have a little cowboy photo shoot. You know, follow around and take some candid and some posed pictures, and you'd have to consider lighting. Like it's more involved than just like our typical content would be, because it's going on a website of a company that I think is going to be a pretty big deal. Going to stir some stuff up.
Well, that's exciting. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So when do you see are you keeping the date of the launch under wraps right now?
No, I think it's going to be about 5 weeks. I'll say 6 to be safe, but I think 5-6 weeks we should be ready to go.
All right, sounds good. Well, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, and I think we're going to end up ordering quite a bit more to have on hand or to have shortly after launch, because I think it's going to move.
Let's hope so. That's the general idea.
Also took your words of wisdom from this morning, and I read a couple of ads when you were grabbing beer. Read a couple of ads that we're going to splice into the show. So that'll be fun.
That'd be good.
And I contacted a bunch of people today and said, hey, we had 150 people out here on Saturday. You know, if you want to throw some money, like to add money to the next one so we don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Got
That's
some
always
interest.
good. That's always good when you can integrate different companies in for sponsorships and stuff like that. That's how the world goes round. You know, that's how things like this get bigger and bigger.
I didn't ask Carlos Rico for money, but I did tell him about people asking who did the pipe. So I think they might come out here next time just so we can point. He's right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we did have a lot of good compliments on his pipe work and fence work. They do a good job,
Yep.
for sure.
So I caught a mouse this morning.
That was gross.
It's your favorite critter, isn't it?
Nope. That's my most.
Who disposed of it?
I did.
You didn't. You didn't.
He
didn't
can't. Yeah.
You don't do mice.
I don't want to say he can't, because he's a grown ass man and he can do whatever, but he's not a fan.
That is one of the grossest.
I don't see it.
species on Earth.
I don't. I think rats are pretty nasty, but I think birds are grosser than mice.
I think a mouse is just as nasty as a big ass rat.
No. This one was cute. I would have kept it as a pet. In fact, I said, we were fishing the other day, and me and Kayla, and I sat down in the captain's chair, and he must have been somewhere on the floor between the two of us, because when I sat down, he jumped from the floor all the way up onto the top deck. You know, it's got that step. Jumped all the way up to the top deck, and before either one of us realized what was happening, we caught a glimpse of just him darting underneath the trolling motor pedal, and then he was gone.
That's a launch.
It's an athletic little right?
So we set up a couple of traps, and it didn't take but one night. We
One
got
night
it.
and got him.
Jake, what are you scared of?
Snakes.
Snakes? You're a snake guy? Yeah, so's Lisa. Snakes don't bother me.
Me either.
I can't really say there's any.
No, I don't want to
creature
walk
that
up
just,
on
like,
them and spook me, but I'm not afraid of them.
I can't say there's any creature
I'll
that
catch 'em.
like I just can't do. You know, I don't want a pet snake. I don't want to be handling one, but it doesn't freak me out to see one, you know,
Best
or
is
anything.
fucking
Mice
devil.
don't bother me. Spiders don't bother me. Scorpions. I mean, any of that stuff. I mean, it doesn't. I don't have a, what's the word?
Phobia.
Phobia of any of that stuff.
Yes, spiders, I'm fine with. I can pick them up. Snakes, they're the devil. Bastards ain't got no legs.
Ain't got no legs.
I've seen them go up brick walls.
Lieutenant Dan didn't have any legs either. He wasn't the devil.
I think for me, it depends on how I'm dressed. If I've got jeans and boots on, I'm a lot less scared of things than
Yeah,
if I've
that
got
too.
Crocs and shorts on.
Yeah, I can't really think of one animal. My son Austin, we'll go ahead and throw him under the bus. He's a anything amphibian, especially frogs. He has a fear of frogs.
Little frogs.
He hates frogs. He really don't like lizards either, but
I've been bit by a
absolutely
lizard
frogs. He
Bit by a lizard.
before. Yeah.
terrified
A chameleon?
of frogs.
No, like one of those, the standard, the horny toad looking, not horny toad, but the
The ones.
scaly ones. Yeah.
He
Grabbed
went up
him. He
and- oh.
latched onto the end of my finger, and I flung him off onto the porch. I was like probably 7.
Did it hurt?
No, it didn't hurt. Scared the
Scared the shit out of you though, didn't it?
My buddy Cutter was seeing this girl one time, and she was like, would scream, cry over frogs. And out Huckabee area, springtime, they are everywhere at nighttime. And me, being the nice gentleman I am, when they were inside watching a movie, went and gathered up like 20 of them and just turned them loose in her house and then left.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. That's the world's worst thing that Austin's little sister ever found out,
I bet.
because she tormented him with them
Yeah.
when they were kids. She literally would go pick one up, and instead of the boy chasing the girl with the frog, it was the girl chasing the
We
boy
used to
with the
put
frog.
chameleons in
He
our
did
earlobes.
not like
Yeah.
them.
You know, Kayla's the one that told me to show you that mouse this morning. She knew what she was
Golly.
doing.
Good old Kayla.
I think, I don't think, I
That's
know
so
my,
gross.
my phobia is heights, and it doesn't even have to be high. Like coming off that boat, you know, it's got those steps on the trailer. Not a fan of that.
What is that, like a depth perception thing?
I don't know. And it's 3.5 feet off the ground, and I hate it.
So you won't help us do hay in the loft?
No, I'll
No,
never
he
go
won't
up
even
there.
climb the ladder to throw a bell down.
No. The other day, I think it was the other day, whenever I got in that lift and you started working it, and I said, okay, that's enough. That was my threshold. And I was like 2.5 feet off the ground, and I was like, I'm out.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
See, I got over my fear because the rodeo my family helped out with, we'd have to put the speakers, like we had posts in top of the telephone poles. And so I'd be up there in the man lift. And yeah, my dad would turn the controls off and then just boom it out as high as it'll go, and it'd be windier than hell. So I kind of got over that one pretty quick.
No, I can't say that there's anything like that I have a absolute phobia of. I don't per se like the water. I'm not a strong swimmer, and I've almost drowned at least twice in my life because I was being a dumbass, and I'm not a strong swimmer.
Yeah.
There's 2 things in the world they don't want to go out. I don't want to go out burning in a fire, and I
Same
don't
here.
want to go out drowning. But I don't have a phobia of fire or a
If you
phobia
had
of
to choose one,
water.
which would you choose?
What bothers me worse?
How would you die if you had to choose fire or water?
None.
I'm gonna go with water.
Fire.
Yeah, the smoke will get you before anything.
Yeah.
No,
Can you? You're aware the whole time, like you're
drowning.
you're dead, and if you're like truly drowning, you're trapped in a capsized boat 40 foot under.
But it would seem less painless to me. I mean, literally, even if it's only 26 seconds of severe
Yeah.
stinging pain. I mean,
the shock would set in, and the
don't know.
smoke inhalation. I feel like it would be quicker.
More peaceful.
Like how long does it take? I mean, you could probably hold your breath for a minute and a half, but then if you had to, you'd probably hold it longer. So you could be down there knowing you're drowning for 2 or 3 minutes before you actually go unconscious.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna do my very best to not go out either one of them ways if I can help
Where's
it.
his floaties in the bathtub?
But I mean that's literally it. I mean I don't mind. I'll swim in pools. I'll swim in the river. If I get out too far where I can't touch, and something goes awry,
Yeah.
I usually freak. But I swim all day long. Whatever. Play in the water, play in the river, play in the lake, and everything. As long as I know where the bottom's at or how far I got to go to get to where I can touch bottom, I'm good.
Well, the reason a lot of people drown in the lakes and they don't know it is because they get out too far, and that's where the creek is and the water's going.
Yeah.
That's what happens. and it just takes them.
Yeah, they
I bet
just think
everybody
they're
in
just
Hawaii knows how to swim, don't they?
probably know all about riptides. And all
No,
that.
it's funny they said that because my mom born and raised there and still doesn't know how to swim.
Really? That's
I've
surprising.
never met more people who don't know how to swim than when I came to Texas.
You know, ain't a lot of water around here to swim in, old buddy.
I used to be a swim lesson teacher.
Can you teach me how to swim?
Sure can. Adults are hard. They're hard.
I was joking.
You've already got
I've
a
made it
healthy
this
fear.
long without knowing how. Well, excuse me, without knowing how to be a strong swimmer.
Yeah.
I've made it this long. I think I can ride this wave on out. So I'm good.
Doggy paddles.
The last thing I need is a picture of you holding me up from my calves to my chest. Telling myself, kick, little Billy, kick and reach.
You know,
I'd never live that shit down ever.
I can't figure out my height fear because some things like, you know, climbing up that pipe fence, and I know this is kind of elementary, but climbing up that pipe fence and getting into the back of that truck doesn't bother me a bit. And that's almost twice as high as that boat coming out of the
Is it
stairs.
3 point of contact? Does that
Maybe.
make you feel safer?
Oh, definitely.
Really?
Yeah. And part of it is a control thing. When Jake is controlling the boom, not interested at all. But when I'm climbing up in that truck, no issue. But coming out of that boat, a balance and 3 point of contact thing, that has something to do with it. And I've been stuck on a roof before. For some reason, I got hired to do roof inspections when I was in my early 20s. And I climbing up a ladder and you know, I grabbed onto the chimney and pulled myself onto the roof. That was no big deal. But getting back on the ladder is a problem for me. Reversing that and stretching the opposite way. And I sat up on that roof for I don't even know how long, and it started raining on me. And the ladder's right here next to me. It's a 1-story house, nothing special about this roof, and I'm just sitting there like,
Call the fire
I
department.
don't know how I'm gonna get down. So the fear is not. I ended up jumping. So yeah, over climbing down that ladder. So the fear is not. It's
falling.
not heights. It's falling. It's the lack of control.
I got you.
Because I jumped right off. No big deal. But trying to get back on that ladder.
I've done the same thing, getting back on a ladder like that off of a roof.
You're scared of ladders.
It might be.
It ain't the fall. That sudden stop at the end that it gets
Yeah.
you every time.
Yeah.
It's not the fall, for sure.
So I told y'all this story already, but when we found that mouse at the lake the other day, I almost got in a fight. And I got out. You know, I normally whip the boat around pretty close, and I'm straight enough that I can stop, and I'm, you know, I don't know, 100 foot from the water line to back it up. And this was a little different, so I ended up being about 400 foot from the water line and backed it pretty quickly, just straight back, you know, within 3 feet of the water line so I could get out and unstrap everything. As soon as I got out of the truck, this guy came running up to me. You think next time you could swerve a little bit fucking more? And I'm thinking, what the fuck is he talking? Did he think I was too close? I mean, I'm 35, 40 foot away, wide of where he was backed up. And I'm like, we're fixing to fight. And he said, you're making me jealous because my wife said, look how good he's backing that truck up. And I really did. I mean, I'm sitting here talking to this grown man, and as soon as he said that, I touched my chest, like relief. Like, I thought we were fixing to fight.
That's one way to ruin a good day of fishing, ain't it?
Yeah, it really, put me
fighting.
into that adrenaline, flight or fight deal, and it was hard to recover from
Was
that.
Kayla in the truck?
Yeah, she didn't hear any of it. She had the door shut. She was ready to.
Well, if that guy was backing up ski-doos, and Lisa laughs at me every time I say that because she said it's not ski-doos,
No,
it's
it's a
sea-doos.
sea-doo.
It's ski-doos in my book. Watavos, Galded, ski-doos.
Actually, Sea-Doo
That's
is the
just-
brand.
It doesn't matter. No, I said ski
So is
I
Matavo.
know. There's no such thing as a ski-doo.
The hell you go look on the lake. When it's summertime,
Those are
there's
jet
100
skis.
ski-doos. No, they're ski-doos. Anyway,
Those are jet skis.
Actually, a jet ski, if we're getting technical, is different than what he's talking
Is
about.
it the stand-up ones?
Yeah.
okay. So those trailers are really short. That's like backing up a lawnmower trailer.
Yeah. I did
you
mention
can
that.
put a truck driver, on the road truck driver, that backs up into the shipping and receiving with his eyes closed, eating a ham sandwich while he's rubbing his kneecap with the other hand. You know,
driver.
well, I'm saying, and you can put him in a truck with a damn lawnmower trailer.
Yeah.
He couldn't back that son of a bitch around a cone or a tree or a barn. And I'm the same way. I can take any long trailer, horse trailer, flatbed, back it up with one pinky while I was picking my nose with the other one,
Yeah.
And then I've got this little bitty 6-foot band covered trailer that I keep all my band equipment in.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be the worst little thing.
Up worth of shit.
Well, it's because the whole thing is the longer the trailer, the easier to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Smaller.
I did mention that to this gentleman when there was this moment when it was, we're going to fight, we're not going to fight. And then I realized, oh, you're saying your wife wants to sleep with me. that I did say in a state of awkwardness, well, your trailer's super small, so it's harder to back up.
So what do you
Wow.
call her lawnmower?
What?
Lawnmower. What do you call them?
Mower.
Were you
Like
I don't call it anything.
the reason I say that is because what you just said. But remember our neighbor Adam,
Yeah.
a riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
You ever heard him? What he says?
Uh-uh.
I guess California says
I
it's a
don't-
ride-on lawnmower.
I don't have a special name for lawnmowers. It's either I'm going to get the lawnmower and mow the grass, or I'm going to go grab the mower. It's okay. Another question: the little things you cut 2x4s with,
Oh, yeah.
like this
Skill
on
saw?
like this on everything. What is it?
Skill saw.
Actually, a circular saw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skill Saw's a brand.
Yeah.
See, see where I'm at with this.
Yeah.
But I call it that too. What do you call one of the saws that you cut a tree down with?
It's chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
What do you call a shovel?
You don't call it a power saw? Oh, that's all we do
What do you
over
call a
in
shovel?
Alabama. Yes.
Shovel.
We don't call them chainsaw. We call them
Mexican
power saw. Go grab the power saw. Grab the power saw. That's what I did all my life.
There's a couple other variances with the circular saw too, like the chop saw, miter saw. Those are technically different, but people use them
You
interchangeably.
got a worm drive saw,
What was that?
left-hand one.
What about the long saw that you cut like this right here that has the metal or wood blades that's replaceable? What do you call that?
The what?
Handsaw.
No.
A sawzall?
Oh,
Sawzall.
that's a brand.
That's a brand. It's actually
Reciprocating.
It's a
reciprocating saw.
reciprocate.
can't even pronounce it.
Reciprocating.
I can't
That-
spell it. I can pronounce
That
it.
whiskey's getting to him already. You drinking
It
it?
sounds like
Yeah.
a snake.
That good old Sledge Distillery whiskey.
It doesn't even taste it anymore.
Yeah,
Look at
right.
there. It's always after the first sip, it goes down smooth. But yep, Sledge Distillery whiskey there.
Have we decided what we're going to do with those rope steers
We're
that
gonna
aren't
breed
so
them.
that aren't so steery?
Well, first thing we need to do is before we decide what we're going to do with them is bring them in and worm them and tip them and all that good stuff, and
You
then
better go ahead and palpate them.
from there.
You wouldn't be able
four.
to tell nothing. I thought I forgot to mention. I thought for a second, like, did they lay that steer down? Or are they cutting him right now? Because we did. We bought 9. You bought 7. I bought 2. One of mine had a set of nuts on him. They're all supposed to be steers and heifers, but they're not. So
A
we
syrup bucket full of balls.
stirrup bucket. So we shifted gears, and now we're talking about breeding some. What did you call them? Watutu?
Watusi?
Watusis.
Watusis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of Watusi crosses out there. Not sure what they're crossed with. They could be crossed with Coriolis.
They're
could be
not
crossed with
Corrientes?
Longhorn.
There goes your lid.
Yeah, I don't need it anyway.
Wayne's over here flipping his lid.
Well,
yeah,
that'll
I'm
take
not
some-
decided if we would be better off. Actually, if you actually want to get informational about it, it's kind of you're kind of in a different. It could go either way right now, because if the United States opens the border back up for cattle to come across, Coriolis and everything else, then your rope steer prices are going to automatically drop. Supply and demand.
Yeah.
The reason they're so high right now is because the border's closed. So everybody's having to pull from the United States. So you have a big demand of them, and there's not that big of a supply. So that's why rope steers are so expensive right now. So, but still, I think at their worst though, it's still
Yeah.
there's plenty of meat on the bone.
That's what I was thinking, because we didn't pay extra for heifers or bulls, and we got them, that we're not losing anything to breed them.
No, I don't think so. But that's where everybody else is having a problem at.
Yeah.
Because you know how that goes. Just they're breeding them like crazy right now. Everybody's hunting bulls. Everybody's hunting open heifers right now, and then they breed them up, and then they start hitting the ground, and then they open the south border and flood the market, and then you're automatically those guys that paid top dollar for those bulls and top dollar for those heifers,
And we just saw them go.
they're going to have to wait to get their money
$2,000
back.
ahead.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait to get their money back.
So that brings me to an interesting point, and I just Googled this to fact check it because I heard it was an astronomical number, but I wanted to have my math right. If McDonald's sells 6.5 hamburgers a day, where's that beef coming from?
It's coming from Brazil, Argentina.
6.5 hamburgers each day.
Million.
Yeah, 6.5 million. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, 6.5 million. That's a lot.
That's
Yeah,
a
well,
lot of
He
hamburgers.
said it's all actual beef.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
question.
mean, but their markets is their market is Argentina, Brazil. You go into a store, you can even do this with Walmart or like Aldi's or somewhere like that, and you look at the beef that they have that you think such a great price. It's usually from Argentina, Brazil, stuff like that. So
I think that's all Nolan Ryan.
McDonald's. Shit.
Kroger's is Nolan Ryan,
Yeah.
but no, that's a lot of hamburger.
Wagyu.
Let's see, 6.5 million times a quarter pound. That's 1.6 million pounds of beef every day.
Every day.
I don't think it's beef.
Be like when Wendy's got in trouble a long time ago because they had their meat tested and it had horse in it.
Yeah, what's the hanging weight of not just a cow, or what's the hanging weight of something that they could reasonably turn into hamburger?
Oh, that could be anything, but if you're talking about
Eight.
the average hanging weight of a beef steer, is really going to depend on what he weighs out on the hoof, is what he's going to weigh out hanging.
But like if we bought a half a beef, I mean, a full beef is hanging weight is like 800-900 pounds, right?
I would say six or 7.
Okay, so then
pounds.
if you divide that by 600, if they used every bit of that meat for hamburger, that's nearly 3,000 beefs every day.
Every
Well,
day.
you got to think too, though. Out of that hanging weight, you're still going to lose quite a bit of weight too because of the bone and
Yeah, so
stuff like that.
that's a lot. It's a lot of beef, for sure.
Is it even possible that there's enough cattle in this world to support that habit?
Well, there's got to be.
Does there?
Yes. I mean, what are they going to go to?
I don't know. Are you involved with McDonald's?
Cat.
No, not at
Black
all.
dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kangaroos.
I mean, maybe portions of it, they're injecting some sort of artificial, it'll take it a little further. You take a little bit of meat and a little bit of something else and you put it together.
The cattle industry is worldwide for sure. So, I mean, I tell you what, if we don't figure something out about these AI centers and people buying up ranch land and farmland to build subdivisions on, we are gonna get the answer to that question
Yeah.
eventually, probably sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Think
Really,
about
we
chicken
are.
wings too, though.
Yeah.
What about chicken wing?
You
How
got a
many
lot of
chickens are
little
there?
chickens.
Yeah,
Chicken places serving chicken wings. That's a lot of
But
chicken wings.
a chicken, I would think that you can hatch, you can raise a lot quicker to a eating age than you can a.
Yeah, especially with all
Cow.
these hormones and steroids they put on. There's a lot of chicken houses over in Alabama. That's poultry
Yeah,
industry.
Arkansas, Alabama.
Poultry industry over there. I mean, you're talking about 2 to 3 to 5,000 chickens in one house, and they might be 12 chicken houses.
Bunch
on
of
that
them
place.
down by
They
Mahia,
can grow
too.
them out in 35 days.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
literally,
is not the case with this mysterious beef.
True.
Like, you gotta put some time into it.
But you also have to think about this. When I was a kid, you were poor if you ate a chicken wing.
Yep.
If you had to eat the damn chicken wing,
Yep.
you were poor. That means you had to eat everything in the
Nobody
chicken
ate
but the
chicken
squawk.
wings.
And now it's the fad.
Yeah. Now, you know,
Eat it
when
with
I
your
was
friends.
a kid, if you ate a chicken wing, that means that you was trying to survive because you ate every damn thing but the bakak in them. And then all of a sudden, wings are the thing, and you can't buy one wing for less than $1 now.
Yep.
I mean, $1.25 wings on.
You can
know,
buy
whatever.
a whole damn chicken for less than $1 at Tractor Supply. You gotta get 6 of them, but
That's true. but,
aren't they
I mean,
like 5 for $7 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
chicken was even back, not even just the wing. Chicken was poor man's food.
Yeah, it was like 20 cents a pound
Now
for a whole
now
chicken.
you drive down the street. You drive down the street now, and there's 14 damn chicken places on the left and the right, other than KFC and maybe Church's back in the day. I mean, if you ate chicken, you were
Well, and I
you're
wonder
poor.
because the health craze where everybody said red meat is bad for you.
Yeah, that was a gimmick.
And there is more protein in a pound of chicken than there is a pound of beef. So I think that industry probably steered it because a pound of chicken is more expensive now than a pound of beef. Is it not? Or ground beef, is it not?
pretty close to it.
It's pretty close.
But I think that was a gimmick. I think that was a market manipulation, so the poultry market could survive.
Yeah.
Because now you got people. Now you got people on the carnivore diet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then 15 years ago they were telling you that red meat causes cancer, and so does bacon, and so does eggs, and so does peanut butter, and so all that shit. So you know what? I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. It don't matter what you eat.
Yep.
You're gonna leave this world one day. By God, I'm gonna leave it eating what the hell I want to.
That's what that mouse said. Peanut butter.
He left the world eating peanut butter. It didn't kill him. Cancer didn't get him, but that little switch that come down on his head did.
You know, this is to change the subject. That little trap. It's different than when we were kids. They're not the little wooden deals anymore. The ones that are similar to that are all plastic. But this one looked just like a tool, like a clamp. You know, like you'd hang a set of light, a curtain or something on stage with. And when I opened it up, I thought that doesn't have pressure to kill anything. I closed it on my finger and it was just like nothing. You know, whereas that rat trap on that boat right now, I'm not pushing that button because I'll get you. Sure enough, it broke that little guy's neck and got him. Pretty
That's
good.
a little hard. And then you put the little sticky pads out because people say it's more humane. What is more humane about a sticky pad?
That's
get it
I
over
think
real
it's
quick.
even
Snap,
worse.
done.
Yeah.
Done.
They do say that, and I think it's
I know.
because if you leave them sitting there and they end up starving or, and it takes 6 days or whatever, then that's where the inhumaneness comes out of it.
Yeah, but the last thought on that little mouse's mind was, that peanut butter. Yeah, he's done.
They-
No,
No,
he
he,
was
left,
like-
sell-
he left here happy with peanut butter stream from ear to ear, buddy. He
They
left here happy.
sell catch and release mouse traps at Walmart, and they're like 2.5 times more expensive.
Catch and release.
Yeah,
That
it's just a
It's
tube.
kind
It
of like a
runs
live
in.
trap for a squirrel.
Yeah.
or
That's
something like that.
stupid.
But and they're 2.5 times more expensive than a mouse trap is.
Just because you're a rat hater doesn't mean that
I'm
they
a
don't
rat
deserve
hater.
to live too, Dwayne.
I would take them
Poor
out.
little furry creatures.
I
They
think
have
they're
big
adorable.
buggy eyes and fluffy little ears.
Ain't nothing
So
adorable.
cute.
The way they hop through the field when you're mowing.
Yeah, it's just so cute. They deserve to live too, Dwayne.
I'll tell you what's even grosser is them big white ones that people have walking
With the
all
red
over.
eyes?
Yes, that's
Get
nasty.
Dwayne a ferret, turn it loose in his
Oh.
counter.
Chop his head off too.
I'll find it
That
first.
reminds me of that song about the squirrel that run up that
Mississippi
fella's
Squirrel
britches
Revival.
leg at the church.
The day the squirrel went berserk.
What?
I can see that.
You don't know Ray
Revival.
Stevens?
Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the day the squirrel went berserk in the first something church.
First, yeah,
in
something
sleepy
Baptist.
little
okay.
town of Pascagoula.
Pascagoula.
Was a fight for survival. Broke out in revival.
I don't remember
Jumping
that.
pews and shouting, hallelujah.
Don't think I ever heard it.
It's a good one.
It is good. It's about the little kid that caught a squirrel, put him in a shoebox, and took him to the church. And the squirrel got out and started running up people's legs, and everybody started finding Jesus, and they was jumping up, confessing all their sins and stuff in church on Sundays, because they thought the devil had done got them, because that daggum squirrel kept running up everybody's leg through somebody's overalls.
There sings the street.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool, pretty funny song.
Yeah.
Don't look, Ethel.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's me again, Ethel.
That reminds me of what you would do.
You don't know that one either?
No.
I can't believe you're not a Ray Stevens.
I don't know what, and we've talked about him before, but was he kind of the Weird Al of that era? Like he's not a musician necessarily, but he's not a comedian.
Storyteller.
He's kind of both.
Yes, but he had some serious songs. As a matter of fact, he could actually sing.
Kind of like old.
He actually had a good voice. He could sing, but he just chose to do that silly stuff,
But he wasn't a stand-up, right? Like he didn't do
no
comedy.
Nope.
I know Billy know who I'm talking about. Old Larry Pierce.
I'm sorry, I don't.
I bet you would if you heard some of his songs.
Jerry Clower. I
No.
love Jerry Clower.
Ryan Clower.
No.
Jimmy Dean.
My dad used to listen to all his whenever we'd take the hounds out. Always listen to Jerry Clower.
Jerry Clower's classic. He could tell a story. Don't like my so you never went to Disney World when you was a kid? Was afraid of Mickey and Minnie?
No, we're poor.
Did you eat chicken wings?
That's
Yes.
so.
Well then, by God, I'm right there with you, buddy.
You weren't poor, were you?
No, not really.
Sounds weird knowing you grew up in Hawaii, since that's so expensive for the
We weren't, my
tourists.
dad had a good job. He was a machinist for Pearl Harbor, so
Yeah.
worked on the nuclear subs.
And you had a good job, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
Sure did.
Working for that
the
pimp.
pimp.
For the pimp, making the big bucks.
Everything you found, you could keep.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about your
My John Deere's.
Deere. What's up, Bryce?
What's my John Deere slip-ons?
That was about the cutest thing I ever seen with them white socks.
Those were a gift, huh?
Gift from my wife. My wife.
Are they comfortable?
Yes, sir. I had to clean a pen today, so I got dog poop all over my boots.
Dog poop. From the dog with no legs.
Back the Lonnie's pen?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. Again.
From yesterday, you cleaned them off and got it on there again?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys have a shitty job.
Where are we at on Colts? I know we picked up 2 last week.
Yep, picked up 2 yearlings, Pepto Boonsmall bred type yearlings, real nice, real good looking yearlings. Me and Dwayne are leaving out in the morning. We're going to up around Hugo, Oklahoma to pick up a 2-year-old and another yearling, and then we're headed back towards Scully, which is right around Jacksboro, Texas, pick up another 2-year-old. So we ought to be pretty stacked out till the end of summer on stuff to bring in, plus we got a barn full. Some that we've brought in the past couple of weeks and got started, and some that we've been riding for about 35, 40 days. So we got a good range of good colts right now.
Is it you just said it, I think, but it's 3 coming tomorrow?
Yes.
Any color on them, or are they all?
One is a really, really nice bay mare. Real nice, the one we were looking at the other day. And then the other 2 are sorrels. But, color's just color.
Yeah.
I would prefer a good bind on one versus what color he is. I could give a crap what color he is,
Yeah.
as far as that goes.
You and me could give a crap what color it is, but the buyer.
A lot of people like color, and then some people can see through that,
Yeah.
Just give me a good old dumb sorrel gelding that's nice and soft and ready to go to work, and I'm good with that all day long. Matter of fact, I own one.
For now.
The one that Andy was twerking off of the other day.
Yeah.
That was laying there drooling into a cup about half asleep when she was standing up on him trying to twerk. That's what I'm talking about.
How old is Poncho?
He is 10 or 11. He's great as a day is long, so I really don't know, but I'm guessing 10, 11. Yep.
He's got plenty left in him. He's doing all right after.
Perfect. After the little colic scare there, he's great. He hasn't lifted his head up off the ground since that day. He's good. Everything was good. So,
That was the day Jake became a rock star.
yep. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. But everybody did pull together and do a good job that day.
Yep.
So, it was a good day. Saturday, and looking forward to the next one, May 23rd.
Yep.
If anybody out there is listening, local or not, May 23rd, we're having another one out here on the ranch. Rain or shine.
Rain or shine,
So
and if
you
you're
guys can pre-enter.
if you're not local, we will have that clinic the day before with I don't know how many spots for you to camp out here.
Yeah. The camping spots are going to be limited on that as far as that goes, but it should be another good weekend at the Black Knuckle Ranch for sure.
I got a Wally Gator message.
Hadn't heard from him in a while.
Well, he sent this one last week.
Well, I've been busy.
Somebody pointed out that we hadn't heard from him since Jake called Billy out for it being him.
It's not me, boys.
Well, I have listened to this one, and it's for me and you.
Oh God.
And I don't know how to set the scene to make it any better for us. But at the roping event in March, you were doing some weird shit. I don't know what you were doing
That's
exactly.
a day-to-day thing with me.
You
man.
were pointing your wiener at me, I think.
Oh yeah, I was saying something, and I said something about that we could wait till dark and get some glow in the dark condoms and play lightsaber or
Yeah.
something. I don't
Yep.
know what we were
Well,
talking about. It was funny. As
Kayla
shit.
posted
Star Wars battle.
that video, and this is what
Of course
we got.
she did.
Hello, Black Knuckle Ranch. It's your old friend Wally Gator here. I've missed you boys, but old Wally been a little busy. But I was catching up on all your reels, and I was seeing some funny stuff going on there. I saw old Boss Man and Billy doing some of that penis tipping touching contest. And if you knew that was going on, he'd be up there too. But I just want to check in, tell you boys I was thinking of you, and old Wally hopefully can get in on some of those contests. You boys take care now. Talk to you soon.
Oh,
I think
Wally.
you're gonna have to be a little bit more careful about what you're doing.
I'm as heterosexual as they come. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm
But
good.
you're getting old Wally all worked up.
Maybe you got old Wally all worked up.
Did I?
Maybe we just need to have him come in on a podcast on the
I-
day the day that I call in sick.
I really don't know how to get in touch with him, or I probably already would have. I know for sure that he messaged one of the platforms I say way back when we just got started, but in probably January.
Yeah.
And I don't know which platform it was, and I do know that we've had 40 or 50 million views since then and messages all over the place. So I mean, I could find it probably, but it would take some digging.
Oh, Wally.
Lonnie, you want to look into that? See if you can find Wally's message.
Type his name into the
It's
search.
it's Gator, Gaytor.
And we're going to start a contest. Instead of Where's Waldo, it's going to be Where's Wally.
Where's Wally
Outside to his
Gator?
window.
I bet you it's TC.
I promise you, boys, he ain't in Tola, Texas. I promise you, boys, right now.
I bet it's her husband with some kind of voice changer or
I
something.
would not doubt that.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Oh, Wally.
Well, unless y'all got something else, we can call that episode 19.
That's episode 19.
That might be our first one under an hour, or second one.
I should have pre-drank more. Hell, I ain't even drank my first beer yet. I have yet to begin to defile myself.
Jake thinks he's gonna get his bull riding buddy for next week. Guthrie, is that his name?
So this one here, Billy Steins will be coming out next, right?
Yeah. Billy Stein, the Trail Twats was yesterday. Yesterday. Then Billy Steins is next week.
Cool. That will work. What blue riding buddy?
Guthrie. It's actually Jim Sharp's actually his uncle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But he rides a lot of the PBR events and like that big West Texas Bull Bash they do.
Mm-hmm.
He won. I think he won that last year. I know. But he kind of rides all over.
Good deal. I figured out real quick that it was a terrible mistake to put my top in my spit thing, because every time I picked it up, it would rattle.
Well, you learn how to gut it.
Yep. We need to help you up off there with your comfortable shoes.
No, not yet.
Those look like comfortable shoes.
Just leave them there till the morning.
Not yet.
You went in and had a shower and everything, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Had to, man. Getting a
Well,
headache.
that's what made you lazy right there, taking that shower.
Getting a headache. That's what it is.
How'd you skin your knuckle?
Working on that deal. Didn't have my gloves on. Well, I had them black gloves on, but it tore.
Yeah, them black clothes are.
I was at the boat ramp with Brandon.
Yeah, right. There's a whole new meaning to black knuckle there.
The fish moved, by the way.
Again? Or from what you
Since-
said yesterday?
Yeah, what I was saying yesterday, because 2 trips ago, or maybe last week, I caught 5 or 6 with you. They've moved since then. They're not in the bank anymore. They're in 15 foot of water already.
What about this cold weather? What do you think it's gonna make them do?
Maybe go
That's
back up a
good.
little
That's
shallower,
good.
but I don't know. They're still gonna. Before the males were still sitting on fry, and you could cast up into 10 inches of water and catch a 2-pounder. But then when it got, I think it was the rain and the heat. You know, the water temperature jumped a few degrees. They moved out. They might go back up, but they're not going to go back into 10 inches. I wouldn't think.
I don't know. I know it's supposed to be cold, in the 40s tonight and 40s for the rest of the week.
Oh, in the
and then
40s tonight?
40s.
I really don't know shit about it because I said they're in 15 foot of water, and I talked to a kid on the way out that said he caught 7 in 12 to 15 foot of water off of ledges. But me and Kayla, they were jumping all over the place, and we weren't. We were in so shallow that I had to lift the trolling motor up to move to get the boat to turn around.
Dang.
I mean, it was probably 8 inches deep.
Well, I think Saturday it's supposed to be back up in the 70s and really sunshiny and pretty Saturday. So,
What about them docks we hit? You know, you said, remember we went in that new place where it's all 10 feet? I wonder if they're in there.
I would never fish there again unless we're fishing for crappie. That's all man-made. There's nothing for them to hide.
no structural.
No structure at all, unless somebody's dropped a Christmas tree down there.
Yeah.
It's all concrete bottom. It's a little canal where they've got, houses and stuff. I don't think that would ever be
It's
good.
probably where Billy put all them boat ramps, their boat docks.
No, I don't remember putting on any in the concrete.
Now I bet those.
You think it's a concrete bottom?
Yeah, I do. I think that's the most man-made little piece of the lake. It was exactly 10 foot deep the entire way. I mean, it didn't vary
That's weird.
at all. But now those docks right outside on the main body of water that we
Mhm.
fish real close. I bet if we scooted back away from those docks 40 foot where it drops to 15 foot, I bet we could catch them there.
You probably could. What color are they hitting right now?
Last week they were hitting
Watermelon?
a watermelon. Yeah, I don't know what. I caught 1 half-pound bass whenever we went 2 days ago. So I don't know.
Tried
pink?
pumpkin chartreuse.
Not chartreuse. I did. It was mostly dark greens. We did so good on that watermelon last week that I rigged up 5 poles with nothing but watermelon colored soft plastics. Struck out.
Are you using the bullet or are you using like a Colorado rig?
Texas rig, bullet weight.
I need to learn how to do the Colorado rig again.
And
Is that the
nothing to
one
it.
where the weight drags?
Yeah, the weight drags and it floats that far up.
Yeah.
You pretty much really.
Is that the one that you put a couple of beads on
You
there
can
too, though?
you can do it 2 different ways. You can put a bead on the string and clamp it down, and so the bullet weight only drops down about that far from your bait,
Yeah.
so the weight drags, but the worm stays above it and moves.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could do it the old redneck fashion way and get you just a split shot weight and slide it down about that far off your worm and clamp that some down, and it's there.
That's how I
They
caught
make-
my 6.
Yeah.
That's Colorado rig.
But that was with and I've heard it called something else too. Not a Texas, not a Colorado, but something else where they you were probably using a fancy because I've got some of those. They're
Got a little pink.
like tube weights, but then they got a little kickstand on them that
Mhm.
drags the bottom, and so they're specifically designed for that. And so they drag the bottom, and then it floats up above them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought them.
That's what you caught that big one on?
Yeah. Well, in the tournament, when I won that tournament.
Oh, I thought
sixth
you meant
place.
the one you.
No, that was a black with blue tail.
Worm.
If you're fishing, if you're dragging a lot of bottoms with not a lot of ledge, not a lot of drop offs, those Colorado rigs are really good. But if you're hitting ledges, if you're casting to the bank and you run out here 10 feet and you drop down and run out here and you keep dropping down until you get back to your boat, the bullet weights are the best for that. But if you're just dragging, if they're, like you said, it was 10 foot all the way, and you cast to the bank, those Colorado rigs, they put it, instead of dragging the bottom, they put it up there front and center prominent.
I do a lot of dragging with my soft plastics where instead of like jerking and reeling, I'm actually dragging it
Mhm.
and then reeling it. and I've never felt less on the bottom than I did in that spot that we were at. It was just as smooth as it could possibly be.
Oh.
Next time, I'm gonna sit 20 foot, 15 foot, either the deep side or the shallow side of a ledge, and I'm gonna cast off it or in it, and I'm just gonna let it drag up or down that ledge, and I bet you I'll get you.
Yeah, because it's your ledges on those that actually where you get your strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Because they're sitting down in the deeper stuff waiting for bait fish to swim over the top.
Swim over top of them.
The other day when we checked that depth on those trees where you said, where you're like, man, it's so crazy how sheer the wall. So right there, the river swings out, and that's why it's 50 feet deep, 25 feet off of that wall, and then it goes to 0 feet, 3 feet right there at the wall, right there in those trees.
How long has this lake been here?
Since the 60s. I want to say 60s. I want to say 67, but I'm just going to say 60s.
See, that's Cedar Creek's from the '60s also.
Yeah, I want to say 60s or early 70s.
Oh golly!
Google it before you fall asleep over there.
I might have to go take a nap. Take me a sumatriptan and take a nap.
Old sumatriptan.
I gotta go put or back brake pads on Lisa's truck.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dang, she routed the brakes or something?
No, we didn't replace the back ones last
I
time,
know.
just the front
The
ones.
back ones usually never wear out.
Some of the guys have been on there. You know, really hard many trailers that Jucker's pulled in the last 156,000 miles.
Oh, does that truck have that many miles?
Yeah.
Oh,
It had-
okay.
What? 26,000 when we bought it.
What year is it?
47,000. This is 2018. You know how many trips back and forth from Texas to Alabama we've made in that truck? And down to Florida and back. Down to Tampa and back. Down to Jacksonville and back.
It's disc in the back. Also, is it?
Yeah, it won't be that hard. But I gotta get them put on there so she don't wear those rubbers out on them.
Here's a 3-year-old blue roan stud colt at a Bad Boone Horizon with $35,000 lifetime earnings and $16,000 progeny earnings. What do you think that's going for?
3-year-old?
They don't have a price, so I can't tell you. But
I'm
I
gonna
bet you
say
it's
he's
up
going from about 12,500 to
there. You think that's
15,000.
it?
I'd say 15 to 20.
15,000,
So I was
12,500,
gonna say
15,000.
15.
15 to 20. Just because I just saw one that was a reject out of a cutting program, and they were asking 25.
This is a papered blue roan. Shit. People take that seriously.
Yeah, buddy. Especially, is he a gelding or a stallion?
Stud.
Yeah, and he's probably out of the park. There's 2 left. I'm taking one. Who's taking the other?
I just opened this one.
All right, y'all got all the horses put up, I guess, when it started raining, huh?
Yes, sir.
Would somebody go check this is a twice a day deal. We've done figured out that the tub behind the house, that's a check in the morning, fill up, check in the evening, fill
I
up.
filled it up just when I was mowing.
I checked.
I also checked it this morning.
You did?
I did.
That might be why I check it in the evening and it doesn't need it because y'all
Why
are
did
doing
you
it
say
twice
you
a
already
day.
watered
Yeah.
them?
Huh?
I filled it about
Had to be before lunch.
10 o'clock.
I gotta check it.
I've checked that again, and
I'll
I
check
filled this one up
Oh,
yesterday, but it's got 9
Yeah, I
steers
would
and a
say
horse
we
fitting
filled
off
it.
of it.
What was it, day before, I think?
If you let it get much below half,
Them
some of them
skins can't
skinny ass, some of them
Yeah,
skinny
they
ass
won't be able to
cows
reach
can't
it.
reach it. So make sure that one stays at least half full. And if y'all want to go check waters on those 2, and then you can proceed with carrying your horses out, whatever if you want to, whatever. I'm gonna go start on the brakes.
Start what?
I gotta put a set of back brake
Oh.
pads on Lisa's truck. She's not gonna be here Friday. Yeah,
Thank you,
Lisa.
Jake.
You know, Jim Hardy called me during the podcast. If I'd have known that, I'd have answered the phone.
Who is it?
Jim Hardy,
Who's that?
the judge.
Oh,
Jim Hardy. you know, he's named after the guy off of Tales of Wells Fargo. Jim Hardy. The Tales of Wells Fargo. Dale Robertson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who he's named after.
Oh, really?
Yep. He said he sat in the hospital for 2 days before his parents come up with a name because they couldn't think of one. Be careful with that light.
Yes.
So they couldn't come up with a name, and then Tales of Wells Fargo come on TV, so they named him Jim Hardy.